Hey there and happy Wednesday. So just coming to you with card number 2 for Sue Bay's virtual party, and I'm super excited about it because I saw this card by Deborah Harrison online, and I switched out her colors a little bit but kind of copied the layout and added little bits of and pieces of accessories, and just wanted to show you that this beautiful card can be made with all the deep discounts that Stampin' Up! Is offering with the sale that started yesterday. So before I went live, I even double checked prices. I took a little bit more time to look and see so that I could be more certain. Is it still in? What is the price? And then I can share that with you as I go along too. So just wanting to see here if I am caught up here on my video. Yes, I am. So let me get the camera turned around so that you can join in. And now I am just realizing I forgot to tell my hostess I was going to let her know when I was going live. Oh, so hopefully Sue will catch it or watch replay, because it's always fun to see the hostess's name show up. So there's Sue and her host code. So you can use that to help her party out if you want to. And then you can get the cards that I'm making for free if your order is $25 or more. All right, so here it is. Just loving it. Like I said, I'm giving credit to Deborah Harrison. She was using gray granite and it looked like maybe petal pink or blushing bright or something, but like a soft pink with hers. And I've always been a fan of using like the So Saffron and gray granite together. I'm going to be missing this color a lot. So Saffron, that is retiring, but gray granite is sticking around. So I'm excited about that because it's a nice base color there. And so where the Queen Bee bundle comes is from the mini catalog, and it's on page 26. And I'll be honest, I was almost like a little starstruck about this whole bundle because it's one of those $1 Million Achiever stamp sets here, and you can see that it's inspired by Million Sales Achiever Laura Milligan. So I was starstruck because when I went to Vienna, she actually sat with us at our table, and she presented her bundle for us at the event over there, and there weren't a lot of us Americans there, so it's just kind of fun to get to know her and hang out with her too. So very, very down to earth gal, and I just really enjoyed getting to spend some time with her. So I'm kind of sad because Stampin' Up, what they're doing with her bundle is they are moving the dies. They're retiring the dies, I should say. So this is one of those product bundles that now with the sale having started, this is going to be less expensive to order separately. So when you look at the bundle pricing of $49.50, it's actually cheaper to buy the stamp set for $23 because now the dies are marked down separately for just $12.80. So that's a big savings that way. So it's cheaper to do it that way. But that's on page 26 in the mini catalog if you're following along. All right, so that's where that is. And I love, you know, the Queen and then the bee, obviously, and the happy birthday. So I've been making lots of happy birthday cards with the stamp set just because it's pretty fun to do that with. I think to start building my card, there's Sue, there's my hostess. Sue, I have to apologize. I thought 3 times, you know, send Sue a message saying when you're going to go live. And I'm like, oh, it wasn't until I went live that I went, oh, I forgot to do that. Hi, Hannah. Thanks for joining in too. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is start with my stamping. So like I said, I love this gorgeous color combination of gray granite and So Saffron, and then just bringing in some basic white there too. Just really keeps it soft and such. Hey there, Julie. So what I'm going to do is take this strip here and my Memento black ink pad. And because the bee is actually kind of a larger stamp, I have ink all over my fingers, so it's hard to know if I've got new ink from today's project. But I've got some Memento ink that, with the bee being larger, I sometimes just like to lay the stamp down, and then I can get a good idea. Do I have enough ink? Did I get all the areas? And so that's how I do it for the larger stamps, like so. So we've got the bee inked up here, and you can see all the detail in there that makes that bee so pretty. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink up this flower here, just a tiny little flower in Memento black as well. And I think that should be it for what I need for the stamping before I run the dies through. So the Queen Bee dies, I'm using let's see, tiny little pieces. I don't want to lose them. This is going to cut out that flower that I just stamped, and then a teeny tiny little So Saffron heart is going to get die cut out of that. And then I kind of have a little swag here that's just going to cut out of the cardstock, and then of course the bee. But then we've got all these pieces too. I've seen so many examples of like these bee layers with the wings, or the bee on top of the bee, or the flowers done in vellum, and that's so pretty, and nice labels, fun crown, and different floral things too. The other piece that I'm using through the cut and emboss machine is the Hive 3D embossing folder, and I have to tell you this, normally it's $9. It's marked down to just $3.60. So I always feel like at that price, you don't have to even hardly think about it. Like sometimes you think, do I really need that? These are purchases that I kind of stop thinking and just kind of order it when it's that price. All right, so let me set that card aside and bring out my cut and emboss machine. Actually, I'm going to put that bee out of the way so that I don't accidentally get ink on it. So for So Saffron, I've cut this piece 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 here, and I'm just going to run that through my 3D Hive embossing folder. So because it's 3D, I'm just using that big chunky plate and then the specialty plate number 4, like so. And then I always love to show you my 3D embossing folders, what a nice deep groove that gives for texture. And I've seen it use either this way or this way. This almost looks like if you could trace a tennis shoe, like it would make a great bottom of a tennis shoe. All right, so I've got that, and then I'm going to switch out plates here and go to my cutting platform. And I've got some gray granite here, and I'm going to just put this swag there on this, and then because I kind of make my card differently as I'm designing it, and then when I know what I'm doing, I cut things out a little differently. So I'm going to see if I can get this to fit on here all together at the same time. Sometimes that likes to jump. So I'm just going to do these two, and then I'm going to come back with my other 2 small pieces. So got that, because I'm still using the old style magnetic platform. I'm not going to lie, I love that thing, and I hope Stampin' Up! Has a different one come out. All right, so there we have that detailed bee all cut out there, and then this beautiful swag. I love this. I'm just going to give it a couple pokes to kind of release it here out of the detail, so that I don't tear it, because it is pretty detailed. All right, if you ever get dies that kind of get stickier than what you want to, just run in between your cardstock and your die some parchment paper, or not parchment paper, wax paper, and that will kind of just wax this and make the papers fall out. So I think I need to do that after using this for a while. But you can see it cuts it, and it gives it a nice design there too. So we've got that, and then I'm going to set this back in here, and since I don't have the bee on there, I can kind of maneuver this around. You can see it's wanting to jump. Little dies like to jump sometimes on that magnetic pad. And then I'm just going to take a strip of my So Saffron and put that tiny, tiny die with a heart shape on it and run that through. All right, so then we should be done with our die cutting. So this heart's super duper tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny little saffron heart, so I don't want to lose that. I'll put that right by Sue's name, and that flower's pretty small too. Then I'll just set this aside, and I kind of want to show you what I was doing compared to what I was, thinking of doing and what I ended up doing. I have a flower here that I want to show you. So I'm going to go in and do some coloring here on the bee. Hi there, Pam. I'm using some dies. I know you love dies, but I'm going to bring this just a tad closer. Not that I'm using any technique that you need to, but here's the flower that I colored in. Just going to lay it there for now with the Stampin' Write marker, because I thought, you know what, I haven't pulled those out for a while. You might see them on the retiring list. It's not that our markers are going away, they're just kind of redoing the barrels. So on these, you've got this kind of writing tip, and actually it will be more of a bullet tip in the new markers, and then the brush tip will kind of stay the same. And it looks almost like these barrels might be a little bit thicker or so. So that's why I colored this one in. But I'm going to get out my So Saffron blends, and I'm going to use the darker of the two colors. And I just, I wanted today's card to look nice and soft. And so what I want to show you is the difference between the dark blends and the Stampin' Write marker. Because this is alcohol based, you can see it kind of defines that clarity still, and this kind of takes away the clarity of the inked image sometimes when you just go over it if you're not really careful. And I felt like this was a softer look as well. So since I did that, I thought, you know what, hopefully I remember to pull that out and to compare for you. And then I'm just going to go ahead and sometimes I've looked at people that have colored the flowers inside the bee's wings, and I'm like, who has time for that? And then today it just looked like it added so much. I'm like, well, I think I'm gonna do it. And literally you can just quickly color that in because it's so well outlined, especially on the body here. You just kind of go around anything that's white, and then on the wings, once you look for the flowers, it's kind of a little I spy, but it doesn't take long to find those tiny flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, missed this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And I'm gonna leave the heart because remember I'm gonna put cardstock on there. So just kind of a soft color added to the black stamped image. Hi there, Tori. So let me pop this up so it's a little bit higher. Whoops. Let me get my tripod to not collapse on me. There we go. All right, so now I've got all these pieces going. And this piece of paper here is from the Abigail Rose Designer Series paper. Once again, another sale. So instead of this pretty paper being $12, it's from this set here. So if you think of Abigail Rose, this is from the annual catalog. So instead of being $12, it's down to $10.80. So like I said, lots of things that I'm using today are on sale. So Abigail Rose brings in that gray granite. I cut this 4 by 5 1/4. Hey there, Tori. And I'm just going to tack this down with my Stampin' Seal here, like so. I'm going to bring in this piece of the So Saffron. Hi there, Lois. Thanks for joining in. And I want to kind of use the bubble open side up on this. So I'm just going to kind of center that on here, like so. And then I kind of wanted a focal point on here, like Deborah did. I was kind of copying her card. So I want to take, I'm just going to grab that white piece again that I die cut the bee from. I'm going to take that decorative circle punch. You can use just a regular circle punch as well, but I kind of like that little outline that gives to the design of the card. And then I'm going to bring back my Memento ink here and ink up the word Queen and just kind of center that on that decorative circle there. So Sue is, if you missed yesterday's video, she's kind of playing her party into her 50th birthday. And so I'm like, okay, well, she's definitely the queen for at least a month, if not the whole year. She should be celebrating because, you know, when you turn 50, you should just celebrate. I kind of drug it out even a whole year later because my husband got sick and we really didn't do much celebrating for quite a while. So I thought how perfect to have a queen card for the queen of birthdays going on for Sue's party. So I'm just going to put that on, and it looks kind of plain, but it's fun to see when these colors kind of come together, how pretty it becomes really quick. So I'm just going to center that gray granite swag on a mini glue dot and pull that off and just attach that at the top. And then that little tiny flower, I can just take a regular dimensional. It's pretty tiny, so I wasn't sure if I'd need a mini, but that works well. And then I'm just gonna put that at the top, and then that covers up that glue dot and kind of anchors that swag. And then I can take some more dimensionals here for my bee. So once I've got everything cut out, like most cards, it doesn't take long. At the bottom, like so. How fun is that now that that's starting to come together? Hi there, Patty. It's good to have you on here. And let's see. My little tiny heart there. So what I did is I took my mini glue dot and I actually cut it in half, and then I just kind of, with my pick tool, take your pick tool, I kind of mold it to the shape of that heart there, so you can see it just kind of fits in there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. And then with my take your pick tool, I can just pick that heart up with the tacky end there, and then just set that down in my glue dot, and then that completes the bee. And that, I feel like, just really finishes the card so nice. But I'm not finished because I also love this gray granite shimmer ribbon. Like, I still have 3 spools and I will hoard them until they're gone. So Sue's pretty lucky that I'm sharing for her cards. Love this stuff. It's just so pretty. But it is also on sale. So the gray granite shimmer ribbon normally is $7, and it's half price. So it's $3.50 for a spool of this beautiful ribbon. And I've even, because of the color and the like richness of the look, I've even sometimes snuck this in bits and pieces on guy cards, just because it kind of adds like a little classy look here on this. I'm just gonna take and pull that, make my knot complete. Just want to scoot it down just a hair there. So let me do that. And I'm going to get out my ribbon cutting scissors here and just trim that up a little bit and that up a little bit. And I've got that. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, I love this color combination, and I'm kind of sad that So Saffron is leaving, just because, you know, like when one color leaves, there goes the whole combination, right? Hi there, Charlene. And so this I thought about leaving just as is. And then I decided, you know what, I felt like it still needed, because maybe of the softness, a little bit of an accessory. So I decided to pull out some of the Pearl Basic jewels. These are retiring too, guys. Like, I can't even remember what year they came out with these, but they have been a staple in the Stampin' Up! Catalogs for years and years and years. On sale, instead of $6, $3, so half price. So here, let me move that ribbon. So what I'm going to do is just kind of pick a couple of the indents of these bubbles and put the pearls in. Normally I go kind of with an odd number, but I kind of felt like if I put 2 on one side and 1 on the other, it just kind of looked goofy. So kind of just framing, it almost makes it seem like it's still an odd number, because I've got 2 with the odd number actually being the B. So I feel like that kind of works by adding the accessories like that too. So I really like that. And the pearls just continue with that soft look. Even though we've got the shimmer in there, it still remains soft. And I'm just loving this card. Like, there's certain cards that when I make them, it's like, oh, I can't wait to make more for, you know, such and such as parties. So today is one of those. Not that like I don't like making the cards for the parties, but this one is like one of my favorites. All right, so then I took the images, or the image of the tinier, smaller bee from the stamp set Queen Bee, and paired that up with the words happy and birthday, and put them all separately on one acrylic block here. So then we've got happy birthday, and then just a smaller version, like I said, of that bee to kind of continue that theme on to the inside of the card in a fun way. So that I'm just going to put now on the inside like so, and there we have happy birthday to go with the Queen Bee. So hopefully that can be something that can inspire you. And like I said, it's just fun to, you know, as I created, to tell you all like the prices, like ribbon half price, pearls half price, dies just $12.80. The stamp set's still the same. So the dies, like I said, are retiring. The stamp set will not be in the next annual catalog. It will go to the online store. So that's something that I kind of wanted to point out as well. I kind of have notes off to the side, and I'm always afraid that I'm going to get so into making my card I'm going to forget to tell you important things like that. So you might go, oh, did they retire that with the dies? No, the stamp set's going to stick around. And this is another piece that when I cut out the swag here, I kind of just then cut off the edge, and I'm like, this looks like it could be, I don't know, just saved and made into something else on a different card someday. So I'm kind of saving that for inspiration. You might see that show up again, hard to say. So it's always kind of fun to see something like that come again, though. All right, so hopefully you've enjoyed card number 2 out of the 3. Hi there, Joyce. And, oops, here, let me get my tripod. You don't like to see my ceiling, I'm sure. Get my tripod turned around. Some days it sticks, and some days it just goes when I don't want it to. So that is card number 2 for Sue Bay's virtual card party. I will be back tomorrow with card number 3 for you. How you can get her 3 special cards is order either through me and let me know you want to use her host code, or you can order online using her special host code. I'm going to snap a still shot of today's card, and then, like all of them, I repost with her code with that still shot, as well as the recipe for everything I've used today to make the card to help you. So some of you have shared with me, I won't mention Cindy's name at all, but one of my stamping friends, Cindy, actually takes pictures of cards that she likes, and she has like this little cute photo album, and then she'll like put somebody's name like mine and the card, and then she has that in that book as a reference to use later. And so then she also then takes a screenshot of the recipe, so that when she goes to make it, she doesn't have to guess at the card colors or what accessories or ribbons and stuff like that too. And I thought, well, that was a really neat thing to see at a crafting retreat, what she had done with that. So sometimes we just need that inspiration, and so that's kind of her little inspirational book. And I thought, oh, that was too fun to not share, put it that way. So have a good evening, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.